What are you trading?
I'm trading, I think, everything.
We always say in the videos that Darwinex is for long-term trading.
Yeah, if you want to make quick money, maybe you should go to the prop firms and wait to be lucky.
Are you currently trading some props?
I have one funded account.
Roberto Lopez, a profitable algo trader from the VIP club.
1 million goal of having funded capital, producing 2 to 3% a month.
Actually, I'm 180k funded. Then the 2-3% is realistic.
For me also, it's been very important that the traders from the team to be answering in the Discord, because it's just easy to hire and support people, but they will not have the experience, right? They will not have this mindset of, okay, let's go low risk, let's reduce the risk by diversifying. They will just answer. Anyway, we'll just put AI chatbot to answer, right? I think the precious thing here turned out to be exactly the experience.
On the first month, I achieved like 4%, and on the following, I achieved 40%. That's
You didn't force it though. It went a while.
But it worked.
And can you share if you've made real profits from Darwinex?
Besides the growing of the account, just with the commissions that I was generating with the allocation that Darwinex provides me, plus other users that are following my account, I have achieved until the moment 2,700 euros.
Nice. The number one rule.
I guess it is patience. Don't rush.
Would you mind sharing some of the expert advisors you are using?
Yeah, I would say that maybe my top 3 are the...
Roberto, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I'm very happy to have you in my home podcast studio. It really means a lot to me that you accepted the invitation for the podcast, because honestly, people come to the podcast if they want to sell something, if they want to promote their brand.
Right.
But you're a trader from our VIP community that's been so useful to everybody, and I just invited you to share some more of your experience, and you booked the flight straight away and you came, and I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. And because of all of that effort, I have something special for you, but I will leave it for the end of the podcast.
Okay.
And guys, if you want to see more professional traders on my podcast, on our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe, because it turns out that most of you watching our videos miss to subscribe. You just watch the videos because YouTube recommends them, but subscribing will help us talk to more people, test more EAs, and share more transparent results with you. So thank you very much for that. And to kick this off, can you tell us what brought you to trading and algo trading? What was your life before being an algo trader?
First, thank you for having me here. It's an honor to have this invitation, and I'm really glad to meet you in person and then to share some knowledge. I mean, what led me to trading? Well, I knew that to create wealth, I had to create companies. So I was involved in the creation of 3 companies at the beginning, and all of them failed.
Okay.
I thought also, well, maybe if I invest in something innovative, and I invest a lot of money in new designs for a Spanish company, and also it failed. So then I keep on researching, and then the trading came to my mind. And I thought, okay, with trading, you can leverage yourself, and you can keep on growing. And then I thought it would be a good option. That's why trading came to me.
All right. Trading is kind of business as well, I can say, right? It's not a hobby like most people think. It's something that you really need to put effort into. You really need to dedicate time and take care of it as your own company, as your own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the reason why my previous companies failed was because I wasn't putting my full attention on them, and also because you were relying on other people. But with trading, you're relying on you only. You are the CEO, and you take care of your baby. So I guess it's really important.
I agree. The employees are actually the expert advisors we use, right? The trading robots we use, they do the work of trading. And I agree. You were like, a trader is kind of a CEO. And quite often I repeat to my team members that they have to take care of their accounts and their VPSs like their own thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Even most of the time they're trading with my money or the money of the algo trading space. once you're trading the account, you have to handle it as your own baby.
Yeah, exactly.
As you said.
Even the baby is a good example, because it's like you have a real baby and you force him to be an Olympic player or something, force him all the time of his life, but what will happen? He could be an Olympic guy, or it can be a disaster. He can't bring his life.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to force a lot your expert advisors also. I guess you have to handle them with care and take a normal, regular profits every month and keep on growing.
Exactly. And how did you find us? How did you find Algo Trading space?
I think it's the YouTube algorithm that brought me to you finally, because once the YouTube it was showing me some YouTube channel for traders. At the beginning, it was all the clickbait ones, the ones that offering Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and a lot of money. But
Always.
I was looking for that perfect indicator that is magic, and you apply to any account and you become rich in a few months. But later, your channel came to me, the previous to Algo Trading space, and I saw an honest guy just reviewing expert advisors and showing what you can get from them. With honesty, not rely on what the marketplace shows, because they always show hyperbolic graphics.
Yeah.
But just showing, having a look at what you put on your accounts, and your demo accounts, and your live accounts, that was.
It's actually, I hear you, it's actually very challenging, to be honest on YouTube, right? Because when you're honest and you show real trading of 2 to 5% a month, people are not interested. The average people are not interested, because they're there for the Lamborghinis, as you said, right?
Yeah, correct.
And usually at the beginning the math doesn't work, because you record videos, you do a lot of work, you edit the videos, you produce them, you prepare thumbnails and everything, and then you don't make money of it because nobody's watching, right? Just a few subscribers. But I was stubborn, and I continued, and just the ball rolled over. And I'm happy we have people like you in the community who are following and who are actually accepting the idea of consistent profits over time.
Yeah, if you do the maths, maybe like 2 or 3% a month would mean more than 30% a year. I don't know any hedge funds that can offer that. Even the
Which is a lot.
500 offers 7% as average, or 10%, so 30 would be awesome.
And so I remember one day in the VIP Discord channel, you've mentioned that you were in other VIP communities before.
Yeah.
What's your experience from other communities? Because it's so much nowadays. It's a lot of Discord, it's a lot of Twitter, so many places where people discuss trading. What was your experience?
I joined those VIP services. One of them was like a one-time payment, and you have a lifetime access, and the other one was a monthly pay. I joined them because I wanted to see the logic behind those trading operations that those, I don't know if you call it gurus, but well, that trader that was hosting those VIP groups were showing. I got tired because once you see the logic behind those operations, and you see that in the community they're not adding anything else, you see, okay, I'm done here. And it's different with your community, because in your community you have excellent personnel working, like Alsama, Ilan, Marine, so you always get something. Also, some users, you see some VIP users adding to the community. So it's a never stop learning.
I was honestly not expecting this, to be fair. I wasn't expecting that such traders like you and some of the others will join who bring so much into the community. I was thinking it will be more for beginners to join, because everybody wants to learn. But then we saw that actually professional traders want to be in such a community, right? I can't remember if it was Zul or somebody else said it's a very lonely work to be sitting alone at home and to trade. And sometimes even if you're profiting, you're not sure if you're doing it right, because you don't have anybody else around you, right? But now we've put this community together where we exchange so much ideas and everybody shares the results. And Marvin made it possible for the VIP users also to display their account. So it's very public, and when you see others are trading the same EAs like you say, oh, okay, then I'm not the only one in the world crazy to follow Pat Gordian's team to copy his EAs, but it's actually other people profiting. For me also it's been very important that the traders from the team to be answering in the Discord, because it's just easy to hire support people, but they will not have the experience, right? They will not have this mindset of, okay, let's go low risk, let's reduce the risk by diversifying. They will just answer. Anyway, we'll just put AI chatbot to answer, right? I think the precious thing here turned out to be exactly the experience. To be honest, I used to join just one community in the past. It was Skype. I think Skype is not available anymore, right? They turned it on. It was a famous group I don't want to mention on YouTube, and they were sending signals.
Oh yeah.
But after probably the second or the third, I realized that when they sent the signal, they were executing many different trades, and the one that hit the take profit, then they were editing back the signal, and changing the values. They say, oh no, you copied wrong. It's so much manipulation going on there. So much manipulation. It's so hard to find.
Yeah, and those people only want you to join their groups just to open an account with them, and so they get the commissions from all the activities that they have.
Exactly.
So.
That is why we decided to make first on monthly subscription, because I believe that when people pay something, they appreciate it more. And I've noticed that with the courses, when I was primarily recording courses in the past, I was sometimes, just for the purpose of the experiment, publishing the same value in a paid course and a free course. That people were buying more the paid course, just because when they put money, they will watch it until the end, because now they know they put something into it, right? We can make it obviously free VIP community. We don't mind doing that. But when people put some money, they just pay attention. They check regularly. They're more engaged.
They justify their effort. Just
exactly.
Say, okay,
Exactly.
I have committed with that course because I put that money, so I will do all my best to finish it, or be part of the community that's adding or lending as much as possible.
And that's why I wanted to be having just a flat, small monthly fee that is not engaged with opening any account with any broker or any commission, because it's usually it's a marketing most of the time. It's not trading, right? So tell me about your trading. What are you trading? Live on that accounts?
I mean, I'm trading, I think, everything. I'm trading with live accounts, with some Darwinex accounts, no Darwinex Zero, it's just Darwinex accounts. I'm trading some funded accounts in the process of some challenges in the profits.
Okay. Yeah. So you're into everything, just like...
Even I have one account that is managed by a third party.
Okay. All right. How it goes there?
Oh, it's a little crazy sometimes, but in general, it's profitable. Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind sharing some of the expert advisors you are using?
Yeah, I would say that maybe my top three are the Perceptrader AI from Valerie. I think it's performing quite well for me. Once I understood the logic of the drawdowns that it can generate, I adjusted the risk, and I'm achieving like an average of 3% a month with them. I'm quite comfortable with it right now. But in that account, I'm just withdrawing regularly because it's a great martingale, and I don't know that at any time maybe the US dollar goes crazy because something in the world, and I can blow the account or the 50% of the account. Other expert advisor that I like a lot is the Market Master. It doesn't have a lot of activity, but it performs really well. No drawdowns at all, so I'm really comfortable at it. Another one that I would say is the Dark Chronos that has been launched recently, and I have it on several accounts. By now, it's performing really well.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with it.
That sounds like a good diversification. Which account is the oldest? Which one have you been trading?
The one with Perceptrader.
Perceptrader.
Since 3 years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah. We don't have such a live track record like you do. Can you share some more of your results with the Perceptrader?
At the beginning, I was played with it carefully and with the recommended set files, and then I saw that the drawdown was quite controlled. Then I decided, okay, let's force it a little more. Then on the first month I achieved like 4%, and on the following I achieved 40%. That's
You didn't force it all, but it went a while.
But it worked. Then I decided, okay, if it's working so well, why not put in more money?
Okay.
So I made a mistake to ask a loan to the bank and put money in there, because I was thinking, hey, with 40% a month, in less than 3 months I will recover all the money. What happened the next month? That I achieved minus 10%. I said, well, it's not a problem, because I did 40% in 1 month and minus 10. It's not a big deal. But the following month was minus 24 and the other was minus 32. So I decided, okay, control that EA, made steady profits and be constant. And from that moment, it was all the months are in positive.
Okay. Is the equity going steadily going upwards?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. What are the drawdowns you had in this account?
The drawdowns I had, the biggest one was scary, was like a 70%. But on general terms, it's in control around 20% maximum.
Okay. Sounds good. So do you have kind of protection in the account? Like, we put like 50% in all of our DAO and
Yeah, I'm moving
all of
that.
our life accounts.
Yeah, I'm moving that into 50-60% maximum, because I know that it's a little special. Sometimes you put just the 50 and 55 it covers.
Exactly. I was having this conversation with Sam Milan probably about 2 weeks ago, where they wanted to increase a little bit to 60 or 70 because of one account. But I said, okay, it's just one time it happened. It will happen again. It will happen a third time. But if you allow it, if it happens many times to go deeper and deeper, then the overall loss might be. And obviously 50 is not the perfect place, because obviously it depends with how many lots you're starting, right? Could be a huge difference if you start with 0.01 and you have 50 in the same account size, and you start with 0.1 lot and you have 50. And these drops at the end, are they withdrawals or?
Yeah, those are withdrawals. I was diverting to new accounts.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Really nice to see these profits from the Perceptrader. I used to show the Perceptrader on Waka Waka a lot in my videos back in 2023 and maybe 2024 when you started, but then they became expensive, to be honest. And a lot of people were saying it's expensive. And I tried to explain a couple of videos that there is a reason, because there is value behind these strategies.
Yeah,
right? But they are expensive. We have to be honest, they are expensive. So glad you've made money on those. What is your experience with Darwinex? You've mentioned you shared on the VIP that you've reached the gold allocation level?
Yeah, last month I have become a gold, I'm in the gold category. I achieved it with a normal account. It's not a really perfect account, because I can show you the results.
For how long time have you been trading this account? Like how many months?
Since January 2025 I started, and you see
so it's more than 1 year?
Yeah,
okay.
More than 1 year. I started with minus 5%, minus 2, then positive a couple of months, and negative again. Then July, August, September were good, but you see it's a normal account, and even with that I meet the goal requirements that the return has to be more than 20% in 1 year.
Okay.
And the return versus the drawdown should be above 2.5. Then in that account I achieved that, and they moved me to the gold category.
Okay, so you mean from the moment you start, 1 year from that time, you need to have more than 20% and 2.5 return drawdown. Okay, all right. That's something actually I've forgotten, because I had such an account back in 2025, I believe. But then I started experimenting with too many EAs. Just I was more curious to see what works on Darwinex rather than actually build an account. But we always say in the videos that Darwinex is for long-term trading.
Absolutely.
It's not quick money there. You can't make quick money. Even you get a location in the first couple of months, you can have a withdrawal, but it's a long-term game there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to make quick money, maybe you should go to the professions and wait to be lucky that they buy you. But
Okay, I'm not gonna ask you which EA you're using there because you will hit the issue with the correlation. That's my problem always. When I show in my videos the EAs I trade, many people start trading the same and I get disqualified because of high correlation. And it happened just the last week with the sharpshooter, which was doing really well. I received $1,500 payout for the first time. I was very happy. I showed it in a video, and next week I received the email that I'm excluded from the allocation just because many people, but that's the risk when you are a trader who is YouTubing. Pretty much people want to do the same. And with Darwinex, I believe we should make it very, very clear that first, it's a long-term game. You can't expect to make quick profits. And second is try not to copy somebody else's result, or at least mix a few EAs in the account, make a portfolio so your trading will be different.
Correct.
Because they want to see different strategies.
and that's what I actually am doing. Just using maybe one or two commercial EAs and then mix them with some generated EAs.
Yeah.
So you see that the results are different from anybody else. Yeah, the correlation shouldn't always be above 0.85.
And can you share if you've made real profits from Darwinex or not since the moment?
Yeah, I mean, besides the growing of the account, just with the commissions that I was generated with the allocation that Darwinex provides me, plus other users that are following my account, I have achieved until the moment 2,700 euros.
Nice.
Account.
Okay. So to make it clear, this is a live account on Darwinex.com, but you still receive allocation.
Yeah.
And still there are people who follow your strategy, right?
Correct, yeah.
And you receive a commission from that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like an extra income,
Yeah.
right?
It's more money for new accounts, so it's great.
Yeah. Great to hear that. And tell me, what do you do when you hit a drawdown or when a EA stops working?
I mean, I usually have a look at the markets just to see what's going on. Maybe it was a big news or something. And I usually maybe wait 1 or 2 days and I put that EA running again. Because you have a look at the back test. Historically, there has been drawdowns.
Right.
Based on those news. Or even when you do a back test, you always consider the Christmas period, where most of the people stop their EAs. And even with that, the EA is working. So for me, it's not that I will stop it forever just to see what's going on. No, I just give it maybe a couple of days, analyze it, and then, okay, let's continue. Maybe I can adjust a little the risk if I feel very comfortable. If I see that it's isolated event, I will continue with the same settings.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's just a lot of people that are asking about it, especially when they see any of our accounts hit like 50%, which I'm happy that happens more rarely nowadays. But if it happens and they ask about it, what you are doing now with this EA, should we refund the EA? I say, actually, now is the best time to start with it, because after a drawdown, we expect profitability, right? But what usually happens, the beginners that do not have the mindset and the skill and the patience, they will do just the opposite, right? They will be very skeptical until they see great results. They will start right before the drawdown, and then the drawdown they will give up.
Yeah, I guess it usually happens when you are new with that EA and it fails quickly.
Yeah.
You don't trust it very much. But
Yeah.
you see all those people results, then maybe okay, you can fund it again and then rely on that.
Actually, it's a new word that we're discussing in the team called trust in the EA. That with time, we just build more and more trust in some of the EAs, right? Not results from one account, not a quick conclusion from one account, but as you just showed to me, the Perceptrader, I've probably put it on the side for some time. But when I see another and another account profitable with this expert advisor, this just brings the trust higher and higher. Same thing with the market master. You say you're trading it profitably. The vendor was here in the studio. He showed his face. He explained. He verified it on my FX book. So we're just building the trust. And I was joking with Sam the other day. He was here and he had to fly back to Australia. I said to him, I have a homework for you while you're on the plane. I want you to put a checklist for the trust. Like, what do we really want to see from all EAs, to build this trust? It's like the more and more accounts we see from different people, not just from us, but different people profitable. If we see the vendor, if he shares more about the strategy, if we see the track record, that somehow builds trust in the EA. And even if it fails, right? If we have that trust, we may continue trading it again. But if it's a brand new EA, we don't know who's the vendor is, we don't know if it's trading it. And if it fails, then we are very likely to give up, right? Because probably it's a shady EA. And tell me, what's your honest take on prop firms' challenges? Are they worth it or not?
It depends how you consider them. If you consider them as the solution to your economical situation, then it's not worth it. But you have to consider it like an opportunity. There was some statistic that said that only maybe 3% of the people that reach to the funded stage get really paid. So the 97% have losing money. It looks like the profit model is just taking money from the people or the fees that you pay to access to the challenge. But if you are an experienced trader and you know how to play with the rules, maybe you can make some profits every month. But you shouldn't rely your economic wealth based on that. You just get your money, maybe build new accounts, and then keep on growing.
Okay. Are you currently trading some props?
I have one funded account.
Okay.
I'm funded with one 90K account. I have another one purchase that it was direct funding. That was $90,000, and then actually on the evaluation of the 160,000 euros.
And how do you manage the risk and the prop firm accounts? Is it different from the live account, or you keep it the same?
Yeah, absolutely. Because in a funded account, if we talk about the round numbers, when you have a 100K profit account funded, your maximum drawdown usually is around 10%. So you have 10K to play with. In your live account, you may have also a 10K live account, but you cannot trade the 10K. Because the margin that your broker allows maybe is not so high. If risking like 1% on my life account, and I'm risking 1% on the profit account, the amounts are different.
So do you mean you consider your 100K prop account or funded account as 10K life account because you have 10K to risk?
Yeah, that's the breathing space that you have, those 10K. In that 10K, I usually risk maybe like 2%, 3% of those 10K. That means like 0.3% of the total account. That way you make sure that your funded account will last a long time. And you don't blow it in 10 consecutive trades.
So you take much lower risk in the prop challenge.
Absolutely.
What's your target in terms of period to pass prop firm challenges?
I don't have a specific time. I'm
You
not in
don't
a rush.
force it. You don't force it.
It will come because the goal is always to get new challenges. One may take 6 months, the other can take 1 year, other 2 months. It doesn't matter for me. It's just a process of building all of them.
Okay, and before coming here, you've mentioned in the Discord the 1 million goal of having funded capital producing 2-3% a month. Can you break down this to us? What's your plan to achieve that?
Actually, I'm 180K funded.
Okay.
I'm in the evaluation of 160 extra. So maybe around 340. So I'm closer to the million. I'm in the way of the million, let's say that. Okay, so it's doable because you have several profits that are more reliable, and you can have a new accounts with them and just try to reach that million in funded capital. Then the 2-3% is realistic because it can be doable with the expert advisors with the control risk. And why that amount of money and why that percentage? Because if 1 month maybe you have 1 million allocated and you do 2%, you will receive round numbers 20K without discounting the 80%. You do 20K, but maybe the next month you are not doing 20K. Maybe you are negative, and the following month you're also negative. So on average, you will have a good cash flow through the year. So that's why you have to target that 2%.
Okay, yeah, I get your point. So even you take lower risk and funded account and the props, when it's a big capital, still a good amount you can make at the end of the day, all right? Or even with Darwinex, the more allocation you receive over the years, more people will start following. And that's really pretty cool that people can follow you there and you earn some extra commissions. That's still in my head. It's really nice. And what is the one thing you can tell a beginner who is listening today what they should know about algo trading? One thing to remember.
Well, first of all, I would recommend start with a demo account.
Okay.
Start with a demo account. You're starting with algo trading, you have free expert advisors that you can get, and then put them on the demo account. And if you can wait for 6 months, why 6 months? Because you won't trust me and you will employ 2 months maybe. So that will be a success. So when you are using an expert advisor, it has a set file and you have to play with it with different amounts of money in the account, and you have to get familiar with that.
All right.
If you see Petco's videos and you say, it's easy, come on, just use the default settings I put in and it will work. It may, but it may not. It happens to me right now and sometimes I make mistakes, I lose money. So it's better to get used to that process of the expert advisor, the set files, the VPS, the different brokers. And once you have the confidence, maybe start with a small 1,000 live account with the best expert advisor that you have found. And play with it.
All right, that makes sense. And like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I have something special for you. So if you don't mind, please come to show you something on my screen. We have already the translated Algo Trading Space version in Spanish. All the pages are translated thanks to AI and Marin, of course, from the team. And we would be very happy if you are our team member from Spain who will help us to educate more Spanish speakers who will take care of the Spanish version of the website. And I think it will be very useful for everybody who wants to learn algo trading and who doesn't speak English, obviously.
Yeah, sure. I have to take care of it.
I think your experience will be very, very useful to everybody. We will make a Spanish Discord channel group as well, so people can ask questions in there. And if they want to get a one-on-one call with you, it's a lot of things, but I will share them with you after the podcast. It's just great to have the whole platform translated, and I'm pretty sure it will be useful to many people.
Yeah? We'll be telling you.
It will be. I have a lot to share with you. But I'll tell you all about it right after the podcast. One last thing. Tell me the number one rule you have for yourself that keeps you profitable now.
I guess it is patience. Don't rush in anything, in just purchasing an excellent expert advisor and put it on a live account. Just patient. The profits will come either way.
This is so important, actually. This is so important because we receive so many emails and requests. Like people, they purchase the robot, they put it, and after 10 minutes they write an email, but there is no trade open. I don't see profits in the account. They don't wait even a day or two. Really, so many people, they come with the expectation that they will put the robot and it will just print money for them, right?
Recommend them the Market Master.
Recommend them the Market Master. Market Master teaches patience, right? Because you have to wait for the first trade. But in the long term, it makes money. So hopefully it will remain the same. Roberto, I thank you so much for joining my podcast. It was a real pleasure speaking to you.
It's my pleasure.
And let's go downstairs to have a cup of coffee and share with you what we've prepared for you as our Spanish team member.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure speaking to you. Cheers.